The other ones, a couple other ones would be more ancillary coverages would be accident forgiveness. Now, this is something I was more like before I was kind of ambivalent about. Most companies offer this, but changing times, I would recommend this a lot more now than I used to recommend it. Before, it was kind of like, well, either there might be some cost to it, and if there is, you're kind of like, do I bet on that if I get in an accident, it's costing me less to have that accident forgiveness than what it would cost me to have the accident charged against me later. So you're kind of like, am I prepaying for the accident? Maybe kind of. But I'd say now, like, it's probably a bigger deal because insurance companies are tightening up their underwriting guidelines. So if you have multiple accidents and tickets, it might affect your ability to get insurance in general. And so I would recommend that is something to think about when you have, especially if you have multiple drivers. If you have young drivers, if you have teen drivers, they say statistically, and no matter how good a driver they are, they say statistically doesn't matter because it's not if they will have an accident, it's a matter of when they'll have an accident. And I can tell you, like, I've been doing it for 19 years now, and I know not every single kid has an accident, but vast majority of young drivers have accidents at some point. They're just inexperienced, right? Like, they might be great drivers, but they come up with, they're faced with a situation that they haven't experienced before, and they don't know how to react. And so oftentimes it's not because they're being careless. Sometimes it is, right? Like, the distracted driving is a huge problem for young drivers. That's the number one cause of accidents, but it's also just because they don't have the experience of how to react in certain situations. So accident forgiveness is an optional coverage most of the time. It is something I would recommend really looking hard at getting now because it can make a big difference in your eligibility for different companies. And so different rating tiers, it's not just the accident charging against you, but what rating tier you qualify for if you have chargeable accidents. So that's something that I would definitely recommend thinking about.